Welcome back, everybody, to the weekend show where I'll be breaking down the big mega cap stocks. So, before we get started, please hit that like button, and that is greatly appreciated. And if you're new here, definitely consider subscribing. Now, if you want to go above and beyond, support the channel, and you want to get these types of trade ideas like the one we got yesterday on Lulu right here at 223, 210 puts, and today going deep in the money. If you want to really get these types of daily trade ideas, swing trade ideas, and live trading, definitely check out my link down in the description for Patreon. And quickly, I want to look at this because I always actually go and post my videos right here on X. And you can see this video came out on the 17th, and that was Wednesday when market sold off, and I said Nvidia bullish. And you can go back and watch that video right here. And what happened fast forward today? Well, Nvidia had a massive run. Even yesterday was green, and today we had more follow through on Nvidia. So let's talk about market. You can see Epstein files released by DOJ. So we'll see. So far there is no reaction, and Trump lowering cost of the drugs. Nothing really big going on. We got some data, but it looks like because of big holiday, market pretty much just doing what it should be doing. Market was up. Dow was up 0.38%, Nasdaq up 1.31%, S&P up 0.88%, and Russell going up 0.84%. 11 sectors that makes up S&P 500. Well, look at on top. Technology up nearly 2%, industrials, healthcare, basic materials, financial, communication services, energy, and utilities, consumer defensive, and real estate lagging behind. Stock market map. What do we got here? Well, the showstopper, Nvidia, AMD, Broadcom, Microsoft was up slightly, Oracle is up 6.63%, Palantir up 4.14%, Apple was up in the green. Actually, it was red all day, and then at the end, somehow uh, it actually turned green. Google up 1.55%, Meta down 0.85%, Tesla down slightly, not even half a percent, and Amazon going pretty much flat for the day. And now let's get right into Nvidia stock, guys. All right, so welcome back once again, guys. And you can see Nvidia is up nearly 4%. And not to mention, I was showing you guys this smaller falling wedge while the breakout is there. But I thought, why not we make it even bigger to show you guys the bigger picture? And you can see this, just chop inside this wedge pattern. And what we got today, first of all, a couple of things I want to show you guys. Look at the volume today, huge. Look at the breakout on a massive volume. Now, don't forget, we got a gap here near 206, and it's just getting started. So, Nvidia on a breakout. And guess what? When Nvidia is running, nobody is going to stop the market from going higher. And we saw that today because every time there was like a mini pullback, market just, kept going up after that mini pullback. We never actually had a pullback. We got OPEX and VIX went down to 15 bucks. That is the only bad part about this, rally, that VIX is near where, I mean, that thing does not have much lower, you know, to go, and it's just sitting there at 15, maybe another buck or so. But at some point, the market will likely to pull back. But we're not talking about the market here. We're talking about the big mega cap stock, which is Nvidia, and it's on a breakout. So you can see we got gap up and go today, and we broke this trend line, and now it's pushing higher. So come Monday morning, who knows? There might be some sort of a gap up. It's a holiday season, and usually Santa rally happens most of the time. And so far, it's looking good for that rally. And we rally just started. So rally can actually continue. But if you're looking to buy the dip, I would say wait a little bit. Even on a center rally, we might get, like some sort of a pullback where you can buy into it. I'm not talking about some, massive dump off. But again, Nvidia here, if you get some sort of a pullback like 177, 176, to come back here, maybe retest this trend line, maybe even fill the gap, and then goes right back up, that would be the trade to catch. Now, fortunately, I have calls on Nvidia from Wednesday, and there are many calls that I took. Uh, Bunch of them, a couple of expiration that are short term. I got some that are long term, and pretty much holding all of them because worst case scenario, this low is out, I'm out. But all these calls are green right now, and we could be going even higher. So what is next on Nvidia? Well, if you look at my screen, we technically closed over 179.68. So let me just say 180. 180, it's going to be the key line in the sand come Monday morning. Underneath that, 177 to 176, that would be your buying opportunity if you get one come Monday. If this thing gaps up and starts running, watch out for this area, 184. This is going to be critical where we got so many rejection and it was acting as a support, and now we need to get over that again. 184 breaks, then it's heading up to that 50-day moving average right here, 185.65, and then up to even 190. On AMD, it's up 6.15%, so massive run on AMD as well. I mean, this thing touching the lower band and finding some ground, and looks like it's holding over 203. And now that it's actually breaking over, not quite yet, but it's right there at 213.45. If that holds come Monday, we might be going all the way up to 226. AMD stays below that support right here, 213.45. We could be pulling back into this 5-day moving average, which is going to be a support to watch, 206 and then 203, and then right here at 198.92 all the way down to this gap. But so far, I mean, we're just getting a dead cat bounce. It's not like Nvidia, I mean, yeah, the volume is there, but not, something big as Nvidia. So watch out. AMD is making a move back up to the upside, but not fully. I would say that go and chase this thing, and it's looking really good so far. It's just one day we're just getting some bounce on AMD. On Apple stock, it's up 0.54%. So Apple is up, but this actually happened at the end of the day. You can see a lot of volume came in, and this thing was just getting bought up. And look at it. Now it's over 272. So come Monday, if that holds, we could see a push up to 277, maybe even 280. Now this thing falls below 272, then key support zone right here at 269.55, 50-day in the lower band. Underneath that, you're going to see a flush down to 264, 265 to close the gap right down here. On Microsoft, it's up 0.40%. So Microsoft yesterday, I sold a bunch of calls, still have some, but yesterday was fantastic. Now, if you go back and watch my previous video, I was talking about how the Bollinger Bands are squeezing and we could see a big move. I mean, we haven't seen anything yet, but it can come later on. And I was mainly targeting this gap 488, and boy oh boy, it actually delivered yesterday. I took profit on this play, and today was pretty much flat to down at one point and then came back up. So it's looking good over these moving averages. Come Monday morning, we need to stay over 480 to 481. Otherwise, it's going to come back all the way back down to right here, that 473, 472 mark. To the upside, 480 to 481 can hold, and why 481 also? Because if you look at my screen, as a matter of fact, 482 to be exact, the 20-day, and it actually held today. So 480 to 482, this is going to be a strong area of support. As long as that holds, we could be going back up to this high, and the previous lows where we were finding support on Microsoft 492, and if this thing gets over that, especially with Santa Rally, we could be going into 500s, even 504. On Meta, it's down 0.85%. So Meta back up to 671. But look at this. I mean, how many times rejecting this 50-day right here? We cannot get over 664. So Meta, again, it's under that level. There will be support at 665, 647, 638. As long as this thing stays under 664, you're not going to see a push. We get a break over that, you're going to see a push all the way up to 682, and then this gap will come into play. On Google stock, it's up 1.60%. So Google again back up, and you can see Google after hitting that 300, going slightly under on Wednesday, and now coming back up and slightly holding. If you look at my screen, 305.49 5-day moving average. So where Google can go next week? Well, 305.49 can hold. We could see a move, especially up to this 309 and then 314. That's where I'll be watching. I mean, you can see a lot of overhead supply here. If this thing cannot get over 314, we could be pulling back and going even lower. So 305.49 is going to be the key line in the sand. Underneath that, you're going to see a flush down to 300, and then possibly can come down even more down to that 292 to even 288 50-day moving average on your daily chart right here. On Amazon stock, it's at 0.26%. So Amazon is another player that we took, and I'm just holding some calls on Amazon that we got on Wednesday, pretty much end of the day near 222. And this thing was up again today, 229, but still holding. We sold half of it. 229.27 breaks. These moving averages, we could be going up to that gap, 233.55, and that's my target, and maybe even go up and retest 236. Now, if this thing gets rejection here, which is getting as of right now, we got a doji type of candle, then watch out for the support right here at 224. Underneath that, we could be pulling back into this area right here, 220, and maybe even going lower down to 215. But so far, Amazon is holding up, so we'll see how that goes going into Monday. We got some really high volume today, so we could be pushing higher come Monday. On Tesla stock is down 0.45%, but it's up right now. So, I mean, basically a flat day. Now, if you look at my screen, I think they still want that 500 to be hit here on Tesla. So far, it was holding entire day, this 5-day moving average right here near 480. So that's going to be key level to watch come Monday morning. 480 holds up. If we open below that, we could be going down to 474 and then 463, this gap down here, which can act as a support. You can see previous rejection now can act as a support, and there is a gap, right? Now to the upside, 480 holds up. Definitely look at the Bollinger Band, and I'm not even talking about no flows, nothing that I see. Even though there are a lot of calls and stuff are coming in, but also there will be puts coming in as well here on Tesla. The Bollinger Band on top is sitting nearly, like at 500, 497 and some change. So if this stock wants to go to 500, it's only like what, not even 20 bucks away. It can definitely do that now that the Bollinger Band expanded all the way up to almost 500. It's definitely doable and it's definitely possible on Tesla. So Netflix up on the day, but another disappointing week because Netflix was up here all the way up to 97 when we had that big sell-off in the market. Market was up the next day. Market was up again today, and it's just not happening for Netflix. This thing came back up, and I hate to say it, but Netflix again definitely bear flagging. So is that going to play out? I don't know. So far, just consolidating, but nothing yet. That 94 is still holding on Netflix, 94 bucks. But also, we're not getting over 97 that I can say, hey, there is more upside. But if you're new and just watching this video for the first time, I think it's a great opportunity, especially if you're thinking about a little bit, long term on Netflix. So watch out, 94 breaks, we could be heading down to 91.7. This thing holds a 94, we could be going and retesting 97. Over that, you're going to see 100. And I think next month it can actually run, and possibly we could see a big move to the upside. But as of right now, no confirmation until we get over 97 on Netflix. So Broadcom is up 3.18%. So yesterday I took Broadcom calls. This morning got rid of it. And then this thing came back again at 234, 235. I picked up calls and still was able to catch a move $5, $6 to the upside. Sold just before closing. I think 1 minute before closing, these calls were sold because I'm holding a lot of Nvidia. I don't want to hold all the semis, but it was fantastic. So, I mean, when the stock is down, and I gave you guys those levels, what happened here? As a matter of fact, let me just put another line here so you guys can see it better. What do you see right here? Did we touch this line? Absolutely, we did right here about 324. We actually went slightly lower even yesterday, guys. And look at what happened. Really, really nice move to the upside. So yes, when the stock, getting settled after a big gap down, that's when you should go and play it. Last Friday we played it, especially this gap down, and it was actually 0 DT. Immediately, I think my calls, these were 0 DTs, and I think $1,100 were just gone immediately within like couple of seconds. I got out, and now I think after that, I made three trades on Broadcom, and all three of those paid. I made one here, made one yesterday, and made one today, and all three actually paid. So Broadcom here looking good, at least at the bottom of this range, holding up, 330 holding as well. So if this thing wants to continue, we can definitely push towards that 347 to 356. To the downside, if it comes back and makes some sort of a bear flag here, watch out, we have a gap below as well. So 330 would be a key level to watch. Underneath that, watch out for 324. And I think there is still a gap if you look at the hourly chart from today. So Broadcom looking good, but it's not bullish extremely, not like where Nvidia is breaking out of that wedge. This thing is coming off from all-time highs, and Nvidia came off already and gave back a lot of the gains. So it's a huge difference in between Broadcom and Nvidia, where Nvidia going up. And I mean, this thing can definitely join the party, but this is not some dip that I would like to buy and hold Broadcom here over 300. Maybe it gets down here to the gap. That would be something, I will look into it, especially for longer term. But as of right now, this could be just a swing trade, day trade. If it takes out bottom of this range, like 324 here in this case, and it actually closes below that, you need to exit immediately because this thing will dump even more. And what we saw today in the market, quickly before I finish this video, it's this rally was led by mainly semis. We saw the semis getting punished on Wednesday's session, and today was just the opposite. The bears getting punished, shorting semis and everything popping, and that's why you don't short something like Broadcom or Nvidia when they're down massively, especially when they were down on Wednesday. As a matter of fact, it's funny, but I think I should mention, guys. It's not me. I don't even know who the person is, but one of my Patreon member actually was posting Wednesday that somebody got Nvidia, I think it was 169 or 160 puts at 170 or 171 near the lows where actually it bottomed. And they were saying they were going to get paid later. I mean, it's just insane what people can do that, it's sitting at the lower band, lower Bollinger Band. It's oversold on 15-minute and hourly, and you're buying puts right there, thinking about going down even more. So, I mean, it's just insane to see those things in the market, and some people are doing that. So Nvidia definitely breaking out. This one, I don't like it that much. Day trade, possibly an overnight swing trade is, definitely possible. But looking at long term, I don't think it's a good idea yet. Let's see what it does going into next week, and I'll definitely giving you guys, an update Monday night on these mega caps once again. And thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll catch up with you guys later.